because they know.
So here we go, a 26-yarder. Good for home. He's 4 for 4. The biggest little man in South Bend. In the middle, twists his way, finds an alley. Now it's just the Clarion Outlaw.
When you look for champions, you look to college football on CBS Sports.
Welcome back to New York, everybody. Well, earlier this afternoon, Irv Cross was very happy. The Rocket Man, Randall Cunningham, 3 more touchdown passes. Jim Everett was intercepted 4 times, but he had his moments. Right here to Ellert, underneath, slips free, and the Rams forge a 10-10 tie. Back come the Eagles. What about running back Keith Byars?
Keith Byars has been used primarily as a pass receiver coming out of the backfield this year, Brent. He caught 42 passes going into this game. Here he picks off one for a touchdown.
Now, here is a very strong candidate for Rookie of the Year in the NFC. The rookie tight end from Oklahoma, Keith Jackson. 2 more touchdowns today, 5 on the season, and the Eagles still alive now in their quest for a playoff spot. Another moment that I want to bring Dick and Irv in on. And Andre Waters on a blitz and a very questionable tackle. He has got Jim Everett at his mercy. And Dick, how do you feel about this?
Well, I don't think there's there's no reason for this. Now look, he comes in from the outside. He's got a clear shot at Everett. Everett's not even looking, and he goes for the knees. I mean, if he wanted to shake up Everett, I mean, hey, hit him in the chest area or in the shoulder area, knock him down. I mean, there's no reason to go for the guy's knees. Come on.
You know, I think a play like that, Waters should have been ejected from the ballgame. Now, there wasn't a penalty called on it, but I'll bet you that the Rams will call the league office and complain about it, and some kind of a fine will probably be assessed. He should have been kicked out of the game.
All right, and Dallas and the Giants. Now, the Giants survived. That's the storyline here. And the Cowboys may have discovered a quarterback. Here's how it looked early on. Lawrence Taylor, who was forced out with a shoulder injury on the sack, forcing the fumble by Steve Piller. Eric Howard recovering it. The combination for the Giants, they hooked up twice, Sims and Baker, and the Giants forged a 26-0 lead, and was a celebration just a touch premature at this moment. Kevin Sweeney, 3 touchdown passes. What about Sweeney?
All right, I've been on Steve Piller's case about throwing off his back foot. I'll tell you what this kid did today. He didn't throw off of any feet. I mean, he was running around, scrambling, jumping up, passing. I mean, he just, you know, he lit a fire. I mean, there's going to be a new quarterback next week in Dallas, I think.
All right. Speaking of lighting a fire, Boomer Esiason keeps one ablaze down there in Cincinnati. 3 more touchdown passes, but Eddie Brown had a monster of a day.
Great combination, the Esiason to Brown. Because Brown averages about 23 yards a catch. Here he picks one off there. They have everything going for them. The highest scoring team in the league, and, you know, they're just unstoppable right now.
And the record is 8-2. Speaking of unstoppable, Doug Flutie has yet to lose in Sullivan as a collegiate or a pro. But there's another member of the Patriots I want to talk about right here. John Stevens. He's a rookie from Northwest Louisiana State. 3 straight games with 100+ yards rushing. He's a candidate for Rookie of the Year over the AFC, and the Patriots, as usual, beat the Dolphins again. Atlanta and Green Bay, the Falcons again demonstrating that they're a little bit better than we thought. What's the reason for it, Irv?
Well, Chris Miller, for one reason, the guy who just threw the ball, makes a great throw there, and Gene Lang makes a great catch. But when Miller's on the field, Atlanta takes on a completely different kind of complexion, and they're a competitive team.
All right. Now, quarterback's the issue. The Minnesota Vikings come with Wade Wilson today, 28 of 35 for 391 yards, Dick, and 2 touchdowns.
Well, Wade Wilson, that's 2 games in a row. But you know, that he's played great. But the thing of it is Detroit and all these teams that have lost, if you look at the rushing stats, I mean, you know, Detroit had, what, 88 total yards, 67 yards rushing. And what that means is you have to throw the ball, and there's no chance. I mean, you're gonna give turnovers. So you make it really difficult on yourself if you don't rush the ball.
Let's take a look at how the Chicago Bears did it today. Because, of course, that was the big story coming into this week's action. Mike Ditka up in the hospital, having suffered a heart attack. Everyone's sending along their best. Jim McMahon out. And how did Mike Tomczak perform?
Well, this is what he did. Usually he drills it in there in the coverage, but this time he ran the ball. He scrambled twice, kept the drives going, and led the scores.
I want you to watch this next sequence. He throws a terrific touchdown pass here to McKinnon. But watch the helmet butt. And then afterwards, Coach Mike Ditka called him in the Bear locker room.
As soon as I walked in the locker room, they grabbed me and told me to go in the training room and talk to him. And he was pretty elated. He said, Mike, you did a super job, son, and continue to work hard this week. We got a big ball game. But tell everybody as a whole they played well. I'm very happy for him.
All right, so Mike Ditka got what he wanted most of all. Now, high school football, the #1 team in the country. Brockton, Mass was beaten, and perhaps you've heard about this Loyola High School team out in Los Angeles. They were forced to the wall late in the game They were trailing, and here's how Loyola pulled it out of the fire.
The give around the left side comes Fuller. He's across the 25 to the 20. The 50 to the 10. Look out, he's going to go all the way.
The celebration on the sideline, and then a familiar figure. That's your son, Dick.
He's a good announcer, but he's got to work on his dress code a little bit there. I was just talking to him. He's got the tie. He's got to get it to blend with his darn shirt. Come on.
Well, you can see where the good looks come from. You know what I mean?
He should be wearing
Forget
number
the shirt.
51.
You know, forget the shirt.
We'll continue with the NFL today, right after these messages from your local stations.
This is Prop 99. Join with California's leaders and vote no on Proposition 99.
I just figured out why Jack in the Box calls these taquitos. They're crunchy like a taco. They're beefy like a burrito. Taco, burrito, taquito. I guess they could have called them Baracos.
Introducing a new Mexican finger food, taquitos, shredded beef in a rolled corn tortilla. Only at Jack in the Box. For exciting new taste, this is the place.
Oh, and you can dip them. Hey, Torpedo!
More small businesses start up in California than anywhere else. The smart ones will choose business phone systems flexible enough to grow with them.
Oh, one last thing. Have you thought about a phone system?
Not yet.
Call Pacific Bell.
But how can I know what I'll need?
Don't worry. You can start small and add lines as you need them. And it's in their office, so you don't have to buy all that expensive hardware.
Good.
For phone systems designed to help a small business succeed, your best call is to call on us. Pacific Bell.
It's the Family Feud, weekday mornings at 9.
So games now in progress. New Orleans and Washington, they have gone to the second half deadlocked at 14. And what about Doug Williams?
Got a pretty good first half. 11 for 13 passing for 104 yards and 1 TD, and he ran in, hobbled in for 1 touchdown.
And, of course, the game you're watching, San Francisco so far has had it fairly easy, 16-0 over the Cardinals. And Dick, with Joe Montana watching and Steve Young handing off to Roger Craig.
Oh, this Roger Craig, you know, you've got to get to him early. You just can't let him run free like that and get some steam up. You know, the guy's got 109 yards already. Come on, you got to get to him.
It's only the half.
Yeah.
Buffalo leading Seattle, and that's a key game in the AFC, 10-3 up in the Dome. Denver over Kansas City right now, 14-5, and the Jets leading Indianapolis by 4. And we will continue with the NFL today right after this message and a word from your local stations.
Now, what about the Stanton judgment? Tough case.
We won it.
Nice work.
I had a great team.
Bet you she gets a great raise, too. Our next junior partner should be getting some good financial counsel. Call my Prue Bates broker.
Rock solid.
At Prudential Bates, rock solid means an all-star team behind you, armed with the strength and resources to win.
So, big gun make you a partner yet? Bang.
Prudential Bates Securities, rock solid, market-wise.
Extra Strength Alka-Seltzer has more of what you take Alka-Seltzer for. More medicine. More bubbles. For fast relief of heartburn with a headache, try
Extra Strength Alka-Seltzer. More of what you take Alka-Seltzer for.
The new Remington Electroblade vibrating blade system has been an amazing success for those who prefer shaving with a blade. Electroblade's vibrating twin blades glide so easily you'll get the closest, smoothest blade shave you've ever imagined or your money back.
McDonald's presents Holiday Huggable Muppet Babies.
What nuts, Kermie? Love 'em, hug 'em, Muppet Babies, hug 'em.
Right now, get your kids Baby Kermit, Baby Fozzie, or Baby Piggy. They're soft, huggable, and only $2.19 each with any McDonald's food purchase.
Muppet Babies at our place. You can love 'em, hug 'em. Good night, Baby Piggy. At McDonald's.
A portion of the proceeds of each Muppet Baby plush toy will be donated to Ronald McDonald Children's Charity.
Why do the insurance companies put Proposition 106 on the ballot? It's not going to lower insurance rates.
Oh, they admit that. It just limits legal fees.
But not for all lawyers. Actually, it's only for 10% of them.
Only 10%?
That's right. There'd be no limits on fees for insurance company lawyers. In fact, the only lawyers whose fees would be limited
Are the ones we need to make the insurance companies pay us what they owe us.
Our lawyer, but not theirs. That's not fair.